Well, good evening, and welcome everyone to a very special place indeed. Inside of these ornate glass doors is a paradise. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Disney's Grand Californian Hotel. Right now it's the middle of the night, so we're trying to be very, very quiet. But would you look at the size of this lobby? Look at this giant California craftsman-style hotel. 6 stories of epic woods-themed building. Pretty amazing even in the middle of the day, and even more amazing at night when there's nobody in here. Look at all this. My favorite part is this huge fireplace right here. Look how tiny Allie is. Look how tiny Allie is. It took me a long time to realize that the theming of this was like, you know, inside a huge fireplace. But that's what it is. Normally in the daytime, there's like 1 million people in here. You'd never get close to this. But in the middle of the night, you're like a VIP in here.
Whoa, looks like someone was having a party.
Now, normally the only time I'm inside the Grand Californian is when people that I know are out here and they usually want to meet you somewhere, meet at the bar. Or during the Christmas season, sometimes I come in to check out their gingerbread house in here. But if you couldn't tell by the fact that I'm not wearing a hat, today is no ordinary day. Because today is the day one of my friends came back in town. Remember that friend I have that helped me go to Disneyland Paris? He helped all of our adventures in that sense and hooked me up with those crazy rooms so I could film them and show them to all of you guys. Well, that friend came back into town. And what do you give to the man who has everything? The only thing that I could give to him was to help get him into Club 33 for dinner. Which is why Allie and I are all dressed up. We were inside Club 33. Unfortunately, there's no videotaping allowed of any kind in Club 33. So alas, I could not take you there with me. But we were able to take a lot of pictures, so we'll go post those over on my Facebook page, facebook.com/JustinScar. Not scared, there are 2 R's. It's kind of a bummer because I really wanted to film something today, but all that happened today was I bought a shirt and went to Club 33 where I'm not allowed to film. Luckily, after Club 33, we came back to the Grand Californian to visit my friend, talk and hang out with him in his suite here. And now he's left to go back to LA, and we've got the key. Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to enter the El Capitan Suite. And guys, this place is dope. You want to know why they call these suites? Because they're pretty freaking sweet. Look at the size of this place. That is the door we just came in from. And this is just the foyer / entry hallway, whatever the heck you call this. This space is almost as big as my living room. And this is just where you come in. There's a swanky craftsman style rug on the floor. And over here, I believe this is a giant closet. Look at this. What do they got in here? They have an umbrella in here? Heck yeah, I'm gonna go full Mary Poppins on this place. Ooh, they got a room safe with a key. That is old school right there. Got some extra bedding, one of those thingies. That's a pretty nice closet in there. And then across the hallway over here is a restroom. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to turn on the lights in here. Ooh, there we go. Would you look at this? This is a very large room. This bathroom in here is bigger than my kitchen. And you know it's fancy because they got one of those phones on the wall. Obama? You're not president anymore? You're dead to me. Seriously, every fancy hotel room, phone in the bathroom. Is this where fancy business people do their best thinking or something like that? Huh. Get me Lieutenant Eckhart. Ooh, look at this. There's a rose in here. Counteract the bad smell with a rosy smell. I see what they did there. And that's just the hallway before we enter this place. Boys and girls, welcome to Jurassic Park! Would you look at the size of this room? It is completely massive. It's like 4 alleys tall in here. I swear you could build and open a McDonald's in this room. Look at how extra tiny you look in this massive space. Look how long it would take you to run across the room. You could exercise in here. Run, Forrest, run! Now, this very self-same person who checked out this room earlier and had his whole entourage in here had a room last year that we were in. Very similar. So we've been in a couple of the Grand Californian suites before, albeit they were a long time ago when this person was in town last time. But so far, this El Capitan Suite is the nicest hotel suite I've ever been in. First of all, there's the roaring fireplace, which is controlled by a switch. Then you have this massive living room, the size of my entire apartment, and much, much taller. But that's not all, because behind this massive fireplace is a huge dining room. This dining room is no joke, as big as my living room and my dining room combined. It is huge. Look at, and they even give you tasty treats up here. Dang. Just look at the space even between here and the table is massive. And then look at the size of the table itself. This table is bigger than my bed. Ooh, and check it out. Grapes. Life of luxury.
Are those real?
Yeah, of course they're real. It's a luxury suite. Fresh fruit. No, they're not fake. Have a grape, Allie. Have a grape. Now, of course, what's the point in having a huge dining room if you don't also have a kitchen? Look at this. A whole kitchen. Dude, it is awesome in here. You got the microwave, you got empty giant cabinet, that's weird. Big sink, coffee maker, you got some mugs over here, some more giant empty cabinets. See, my friend gets these big rooms. He's got a lot of people with him when he travels, so they need a lot of space. But I'm just picturing who in the world would get this place all to themselves. Maybe a Howard Hughes type would want to bring their own cutlery. Look at this. There's a fridge in here stocked with soda. A freezer stocked with nothing. But that is crazy. That kitchen is as big as the first apartment I ever had's living room. For real. Oh, and we're still not done, because right off of the massive living room, there's also a crazy office room. Look at this. A fancy chair, some drawers, a printer, a telephone. Ooh, I think it's a cordless telephone. A lamp, and best of all, the library. Here's the weird thing about all these suites in the Disney hotels, though, is a lot of them will have books on bookshelves or in a cabinet like this. But if you wanted to read Seeing Germany, for example, you are out of luck, because they are all glued and screwed in place. Hey! These books are for looking only, not reading. Dude, look at the size of this office room. This is an obscene amount of space. I have literally been in dozens and dozens of hotel lobbies, smaller than this hotel room. Oh, but wait, I almost forgot about the TV. Probably the biggest TV I've ever seen in a Disney hotel. Usually they have pretty small TVs for the price, but look at the size of that.
That's the same Blu-ray player as us.
I think got the same Blu-ray. Whoa, we don't have a subwoofer like that, though. This one's got some pretty legit sound. Holy crap, and Allie just pointed out to me that there's speakers all over this place. Looks like they have some pretty legit sound in here. This is one of the nicest suites on Disney property in California, which means this is exactly the suite that a celebrity would stay in. The last time my buddy let me stay in one of their suites after they were done with it, George and I were up here and we heard that Paul McCartney had stayed in one of the suites. Johnny Depp has stayed in all these suites. Which means we're walking on sacred ground. Jack Sparrow was here. Jack Sparrow, Allie, Jack Sparrow. Excuse me, where are my manners? Captain Jack Sparrow. Captain Jack Sparrow. Now that's all pretty crazy, but what about the bedroom? At first glance, other than having this huge California king-size bed, this room really doesn't look that much crazier than any normal, hotel room. Big bed over there, a chair, maybe a few more chairs and tables than normally fit. Pretty standard TV armoire. But then things, what are you excited about?
Chocolate.
Oh, they left chocolate on the bed. They must have had turn-down service before we were here. But then things start to get a little weird. Like, what in the world is this? It's a shoe polisher. I don't know how this works, but I'm guessing you push the button and... Ooh la la! Oh, it's like a foot massage for your foot. There's a black side and a red side, and I don't know what the difference is, and I don't want to play with it too much because it might break. But none of the Motel 6s I usually stay at ever have shoe polishers, so that's a little weird. But if you think the shoe polisher's weird, no. That's just the beginning. Past the bedroom is this. Your own private entrance from your bedroom. Yeah, you don't want to come in the big main entrance and hang out with your friends or whoever else you got in there. You just come in your own private entrance. If you don't want to overawe people with that massive room, you can just invite them in through your humble foyer. And check this out. Adjoining this bedroom is a massive, I mean a huge, gargantuan walk-in closet. Would you look at the size of this? Dude, Allie, wait, what are you looking at?
There's a crib.
A crib? Just in case you got your baby along, they provide a crib, they provide some robes. Dude, this is huge in here. This is huge. You could park several motorcycles in this closet. I'm pretty sure nobody has ever needed a closet this big up for, well, except maybe you. There's an iron and an ironing board and like way too much space in here. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4 of these hanger things. Each one's as big as like a normal closet. That's 4 times the size of a usual closet. And then you've got your dressers, you know, out here just hanging out. And I think, oh, nope, no fridge in there. I was expecting another mini fridge in there. It sort of looked like there would be. Oh well, disappointing. And then here's where they kick it up a notch. Just when I was thinking, wow, fancy, this is so cool. I'm glad we get to walk around here, film all this. Allie discovered the bathroom. Look at this. Dudes and dudettes. Holy cow. On the right hand side, a massive mirror, a smaller makeup mirror, a fresh rose, and a sink. You can even use this chair while you're combing your hair. Then behind me on the other wall is a whole other mirror for applying your makeup or doing whatever, and that one has a TV over there. Look, there's a little remote and a TV built in the wall. And if all that stuff wasn't crazy enough, then you come in here and see this. A massive, gargantuan bathtub with its own huge mirror and towel cubby. Look how big this huge bathtub is. I'm a big person. Normally, when I'm in a regular sized bathtub, I have to keep my knees up like this, like I play with my little rubber ducky. But even if you don't feel like relaxing in this giant jacuzzi of a bathtub, you can go over there and take a shower! Dude, this shower is huge. I mean, truly massive. And if you shut the door here, it's almost like something out of the Wrath of Khan. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the one. I love that movie. Look at this, there's a scale in here. That's pretty cool. You don't need it, it'll just say tiny. And then, back here, after all that is said and done, the biggest room I have ever seen solely devoted to toilets. You could probably fit several stalls if this were a McDonald's bathroom. And all that's in here is a toilet and a bidet. Look at that thing. You park your tushy on there and you turn on the water and it squirts up in your parts. Look at that. Oh, you don't want to drink that water. You don't want to drink that water. Whoa. Look at Allie, a drinking fountain. Want a drink? Want a drink? How much is that water in the toilet? The one that looks drinkably fun. I'm totally trying this out later. It's gonna be awesome.
So do you just sit on the toilet and then move over to this toilet?
I don't know if they're necessarily connected. I don't always understand what bidets are for, but I feel like they're more for washing off sweat than like cleaning off anything you would do in the toilet area, you know what I mean? Am I right about that?
I just don't understand it.
That's, well, we have many friends from Europe and other places watching this, so maybe they can tell us like why. Now you know this is fancy, not just because the bidet, but of course, the ever-present executive level phone. Check it out. Guess who's on the other end of that? Obama! Right? Obama! You don't want to part of the joke? That's cool. That's fine. No big deal.
Why would you need that?
To talk to Obama. I just told you. Listen, Allie, when you're very busy and important and famous like Johnny Depp and or Paul McCartney, who probably both stayed in this room and wrote songs together and hung out and talked about how they wish they had a cool friend like me to hang out with, and you need to talk to the President of the United States or the Prime Minister of England or the Queen of England, it doesn't matter if you're in the hallway or in the office or next to your bed or you're doing business on the toilet. When you need to talk about important business, you can do it while you're doing your business. it makes sense. Sort of. Actually, it makes no sense. And for the record, if any of my friends out there have toilet phones, please don't call me while you're using them. Awkward. I guess it would be kind of useful though, like if you were old or you had like a broken leg or something and you accidentally got stuck in the bathroom, like you got wedged between the toilet and the wall, or had an owie you could call, you know? Like if you're in here concentrating really hard and fighting a really crazy battle and you're like, oh no, I've fallen on my broken hip. And then you can kind of, and you can, Mr. President, I'm down. See what I'm saying? Could happen to anyone. Probably has happened to everyone, at least once. And that's basically the long and the short of it. The El Capitan room. Dude, what do you think of this, Allie?
It's so cool.
Right? I wish they could rebuild this and put this on a lot somewhere and let me live in it. Why can't we live here? Oh, but one quick thing I wanted to mention. Through this door on the other side of the building is another normal hotel room. This way, if you have security or an entourage or a driver or something like that, they can and did all hang out in here and do their thing. A normal size hotel room connected to the big suite so that your mother-in-law or the kids or whoever's got plenty of space to sleep besides the master bedroom. But what I found out is this room is actually optional to the other room, which means that sometimes they are renting out this hotel room just to normal people. So think back of all those times that you've been in a hotel room or maybe a Disney hotel room, just a normal one. You're like, oh, stoked. And you see that connecting door. And you think to yourself, oh, no big deal. Probably just another hotel room like this on the other side. And really, in reality, on the other side of one of those gray doors could be the Narnia of hotel rooms. Doesn't even feel real. Pretty stinking crazy. Well, I guess that's, wait a minute. I forgot the best part. All of this splendor, all of this space is nothing compared to what is right out here. This part. This is the really mind-blowing part. Outside of the room is this massive balcony with lots of chairs, plenty of space, these huge windows that I'm sure the sunlight shows off all the colored glass very well. Lovely, wonderful, great. But the coolest thing of all is the view. Look at that. Look down there. Do you know what that is? That's soaring over California. Sorry, soaring around the world, soaring, whatever, it's soaring. We are actually looking down at the top of the monorail tracks, down at and into California Adventure. Dude, from up here, you can see the Anaheim Convention Center back there. You can see Cars Land. You can see Grizzly Peak. Look at it up there. Giant, amazing. There's all the rapids in here. The old Tower of Terror now being converted to Guardians of the Galaxy. Buena Vista Street, you can see the water tower of Hollywoodland over there. You can even see Space Mountain from up here. It's hard to tell, but that's the tip of the Matterhorn. Now, obviously, it's a little hard to see. It's a little dark at 2 or 3 in the morning, but there's actually people walking around down there, pressure washing the sidewalks, repainting things, doing all the night crew stuff. You can actually see cars driving around down inside DCA, people holding flashlights, doing all the maintenance down there. Pretty awesome. DCA closed early, like 6 or 7 o'clock or something like that, and the music was actually on in here until a little bit after midnight. But then slowly, one by one, they started turning off all the speakers, turning off all the lights. Look at that over there. That's California screaming over there. You can see pretty much half of DCA, well, most of DCA, and a big chunk of Disneyland from up here. That's amazing. Over here is the balcony to the master bedroom. That's the entrance to the office. You have this big old thing behind the living room, another entrance to the kitchen down there, and this amazing, incredible view down into the park. That is insane. I don't know if you guys can see or hear, but right down there, right in front of Soarin', there's people hosing down the sidewalks, cleaning things up for another round of guests coming tomorrow. How out of control is that? A view down into DCA at 3 in the morning. Look, there's a golf cart moving around down there. Gonna throw some trash away or do some other kind of helpful thing. crazy. We are looking down into California Adventure after close, and we're allowed to do this. That's awesome. That is freaking awesome. It's not the first time that I've been able to see into the park from the Grand Californian, but it's still awesome every time I do see it. It reminds you that there are huge crews of third shift people, nighttime people, making sure that all the stuff is repaired, all the rides are working, everything's clean and sassy and ready to go tomorrow. Dude, there are people putting a lot of work into that happy Disney experience. And the crazy part about this is right now that I'm realizing that I could make all the noise out here that I wanted because I'm on the top floor. Over on that side is the bedroom. Over on this side is that adjoining hotel room. There's no one to be bothered if I scream. But I'm getting kind of sick, so I won't. However, I just realized that if I leave this door open and come into the other room and open up this door, that I've basically just created the perfect running course. I'm exercising. I'm exercising. I'm gonna get so fit. Hey, what are you doing?
A Rice Krispie treat.
Oh, you look so cute down here. Oh yeah, this is better than running. Let's do this. Well, thanks for checking out this crazy room with us, you guys. I thought you'd like to see it. Sorry that I couldn't take you with us into Club 33, the quote-unquote secret club at Disneyland where people eat fancy food up there. Sometime we'll talk more about Club 33 and I'll explain more what it is. It's basically you get really fancy food. It's kind of a nice restaurant. I've actually been in fancier restaurants out of Club 33. It's not the fanciest restaurant in the world, but it's up inside Disneyland. They serve alcohol in there, which for some people is a big deal. Video is not allowed up there under any circumstances. But I did take a lot of pictures, like I said, so facebook.com/JustinScarred. Huge shout out to my friend who let us come into his recently vacated room and poke our cameras into all of these areas and take a little peek into how the Johnny Depps of the world stay at Disneyland. Now we pretty much just live right over there. So even though they've all left the room, we're probably not going to sleep in it. But this is pretty cool. I would love to live in a room like this. But until the day comes when I'm a wealthy billionaire, this visit will just have to do.
So for now, we've done our duty. We can hotel and sleep well.
Why did you beat me with pillows, Allie?
This is my room.